Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Es su profesor Ricardo Martins. Estamos en nuestra clase de Inglés Viajeros de nuestro centro cultural Las Californias. So, let's start with that. Continue with the other topic about the airport. It is important to continue to watch the difference between, for example, it's not the same to travel inside Europe or traveling to Canada, United States, or something. Last class we were doing a dialogue where we found those words and things about having a conversation with the agent on the desk. So, if we remember, always at the first moment you have to say, for example, good afternoon, good morning, to be politely to speak with the agent in the desk. Where are you flying today? That's the common question, because he wants to ask about where what place you are going to travel. So this is important too. May I have your passport and identification? It's normal, because in your identification is everything to get on a plane. So in our society right now, nowadays, all the information is in the computer, and we did before everything in our homes, like the boarding and the check-in and everything, because of the technology that we have, for example. And right now the machines open the doors of the airport, showing only the QR code to enter in the airport. So they have our information, because when we do the when we did the check-in in the house, they have the information. So, but it's important to get closer to the desk if we have, for example, heaviest luggage that we want to put on the plane. So if we have personal luggage, and as me, for example, I take it all the time Ryanair planes, and I used to bring it personal luggage. For me, bringing handbag, so I bring a handbag and that's all. So I fly a lot with a little luggage and a little suitcase. So I don't have problems, because I used to go directly to the point of security, immigration point, to put on the scanner my things. I say to you last class, when you are going to put on the scanners, you have to put the electrical and technology devices together in one point, because it's easier to the person in the scanners to check out all your things, because they have to check that you don't bring dangerous things or things that are forbidden in the airport. So they scan your things, and you may have problems if the gadgets or devices are not together. They have some regulations in all the airports. Depends of the airport, the security is different. For example, if we talk about flying inside Europe, it's easier than flying to United States. That's why I have an apart question for United States. So, as union members, travelers, it's easiest to travel to one country to another inside the Schengen community or Schengen space. That's why you have that easiest way to move. But some people don't have that advantage that you have. So it's easier when you want to travel by earth or by plane, or maybe you have you are picking up a bus to go to Portugal. You don't have to show your ID or something in the border. You only go and that's all. That's our advantage in the Europe community. Also, if you want to take a plane, you can also show your DNA, and that's all. You don't have to bring your passport to fly inside Europe Union. So let's continue with that. Other question and phrases for the airport. So continue with the topic. Here we have some questions that are different and we don't know. So, excuse me, where is the American Airlines check-in? I have flown with American Airlines and it's different than flying with Iberia. So, let's watch this example. How many bags can I check? Will my luggage go straight through or do I need to pick up it in Chicago? How much is the fee? You have to be careful because most of the time if you have some suitcase that have a wait in some airport, maybe you change airport, it was my case, and you have fees for the luggage that you have or the suitcase that you have. It's not, in my case, it wasn't the idea that the luggage grow up in the plane, because it was incredible that I was traveling in Venezuelan airport and I don't have problems because they were heaviest, the suitcase there. Then when I traveled to Panama, they were less heavy than they were in Venezuela. In my logic is that they have a trick on the balance to put the suitcase. So I don't have problems here, but if you have problems with the weight of your suitcase, is difficult because you have to put it out things and put it in other suitcase, and you have to balance your suitcase correctly in your house. I recommend you that if it is a stipulated way, try to give like a space in the way you to not be in the limit all the time. So, will my luggage go straight through or do I need to pick it up in Chicago? How much is the fee? If your bag is heavier than the weight limits or if your bag is larger than the size limits. American people did so correctly with this. Try to respect the rules and not going through the limits, because they will not leave you do it if they have problems with the rules there, with the limits or the size. I have to say that because I was traveling in European country, Italian country, and it was easier to manage this situation. They are not like Americans. Americans are difficult with that. So, if your bag is heavier than the weight limit, okay, you may need to pay extra an oversized baggage fee or overweight baggage fee. This can be $16.5 to $300. So some airlines in United States also charge a fee for all checked bags, usually $15 or $30. So please pay attention. So be careful when you're traveling outside Europe Union with the fees, because of the depends of the country. You have may have problems with that. Please mark this bag as fragile, or say this if you have fragile or sensitive items in your bag that might break. In my opinion, if you have something that can breaks, don't put it in the bags of the plane. Don't put it in the suitcase of the plane, because they will not treat your suitcase as a person. They will throw the suitcase into the plane, and they don't care a lot of the suitcase. So if you have something like a computer or something that you want to that is easy to break, don't put it on the suitcase that you are going to put on the flight, because they will throw the thing in the flight. So try to bring with you in the handbag. So the agent will respond either yes, is this the flight on time? The agent will respond either yes, if the flight is on time, or there is a 20 minutes delay. For example, if the flight will leave later than expected. That's common that they have delay. For example, in Ryanair airplanes, it's really common that they are delayed. So you have to pay attention to the timetable, not also to the person, because they are announcement all the time about the flying time and the timetables. You have to check out that and paying attention about that. Extra question in the United States. That's why I say to you, travel outside Europe is difficult. On flights going to or inside the US, you may be asked for some extra security questions before or during the check-in. Here are some examples of the questions. That's why if you are coming outside United States, you have to be prepared to answer these questions if you want to enter to United States, because it's like that. They have special security. Answer yes to these questions. Did you pack your bags yourself? Yes. Has your luggage been in your possession all the time, at all the times? Yes. Are you aware of the regulations regarding liquids in your carry-on? Yes. Liquids must be 100 mils or less and stored in a single quart-sized clear plastic bag. Why this regulation? Because of the bombs. They changed the regulation of the security because of the technology that they have for dangerous things, and the liquids are forbidden in the airport. So try to not bring liquids to the airport, because it's forbidden, and it's so easy that they take out your liquids from the suitcase. And if you don't want to have problems or something, try to not bring it, and that's all. Answer no to these questions. Are you carrying any firearms or flammable materials? Obviously no, but they are going to ask you. Have you let luggage untainted at any time? No. Has anyone give you anything to carry on the flight? No. Because if anyone gives you something to carry on the flight and you say yes, maybe it's a bottle of wine, they're going to check in. They check again with the X-rays, so be careful. Conversation 2. Going through the security X-ray. There are two pieces of equipment in security. You put your bags through the X-ray machine and you will walk through the metal detector. Some airports also use a body scanner for more careful check. X-ray machine has a conveyor belt that moves your bags automatically through the machine. You can put small items like keys or money in the plastic bins. So continue with the X-ray. I will leave you here, and in the next class I will put you the conversation in the X-ray for the security agents that you will find. Thank you for your attention. I hope you have a really nice day, and thank you for coming to the class. Have a nice day and I wait for you in the next video. Goodbye!